love a good wedding drama here on this channel. I'm not quite sure what happened to my recording equipment at this point, but I was just talking about weddings, the drama, the entitlement from other people. Today's video is from this user over on TikTok, and she is telling us all about her friend who kind of felt like she should have been invited to her wedding.
So someone blocked me because I respectfully told them that they were not going to be invited to my wedding and we should talk about it, because I've seen videos like this and I always just didn't think that would ever happen to me.
Okay, cut into me straight away. You know how I feel about this if you watch some of my videos. No one is entitled to any part of your life. No one is entitled to be invited to your wedding. No one is entitled to see your baby right after birth, etc, etc, right? So if you are respectfully told you won't be attending someone's wedding, I'll be like, all good, save your money, put it towards your honeymoon, towards your new house, whatever. I don't need that $300 meal from you.
So for context, she did in fact invite me to her wedding 11 years ago.
Doesn't mean she needs to be invited to yours.
Married when she was 26. We are both now 37. This happened 11 years ago. I did attend her wedding. It was wonderful. We had a much stronger friendship at the time. But I have not seen her since 2019. And on top of that, all of our correspondences since COVID time have all just been like sharing memes, sharing Taylor Swift news occasionally, but like nothing of substance, no phone calls, no hangouts.
Fine.
So I literally posted, obviously on social media, that I was engaged. And so she reached out. We had pleasantries. Like, we talked about it. It was great. She was very nice. And then she basically saw my video. Again, she's blocked me at this point, so I'm not worried about her seeing this video, even if she did. When she chose to block me on all of social media and block my phone number after I respectfully told her what I'm about to tell you, like, I just decided I was going to make this video because I just don't care at this point. But we basically were talking about it, and she said, oh my God, you're gonna have your wedding in 3 months. And she said, well, I think gas prices might be going up. So can you give me like a better idea of like what weekend you think you're gonna have your wedding?
Okay, I don't think you should ever be assuming you are being invited to someone's wedding. Remember, when people are having a wedding, they are paying a lot of money. If you aren't invited, it's because perhaps you aren't close enough to them. Close family, close friends does not fucking matter. You know what I mean? You don't have to be part of that day.
So I can start looking at flights to try to like beat those prices. So I decided to...
That is kind of awkward.
Like, guys, I already have people that I talk to a hell of a lot more.
Yeah,
have
I
a
get
stronger
that.
relationship with, but like at some point you have to make some choices.
Can I just say, I know there are people who I would consider my friends who would get married, but because we haven't spoken in years and years and years and years, I do not expect to be invited to their wedding. I expect to see them again at some point in the future because we're friends, but I'm not going to allow somebody to spend money on me just so I can attend a one-night event that they have to spend loads of money on. That's crazy. Come on. I hate things like this.
And if I haven't hung out with you since 2019, I haven't had a phone call with you since 2019, and our entire relationship is based on memes since 2019. I understand you invited me to your wedding 11 years ago, but I don't think that immediately like requires me to invite you to my wedding. That is my opinion. Maybe some of you think I'm wrong about this.
No, I agree. It depends what kind of wedding you're having as well. They might have had a big wedding where they want to invite everyone. She might be having a smaller wedding where she just wants to invite close friends and family, not distant friends or distant relatives, you know?
I basically was just like, oh, like, respectfully, like, I would love for you to come, but we have a space issue at this point. I said, we're not even going to probably be able to meet the criteria we're trying to meet right now because we only can invite, 200 people, and we're already struggling to like make that list make sense. Then I get this whole like, I don't understand the rules of etiquette. She invited me to her wedding. She didn't know our...
But do you invite people to your wedding because you want to be invited to theirs, or do you invite people to your wedding because they mean something special to you at that time? There may have, if you are married, there may have been people at your wedding who you no longer speak to today. Does it matter that they were at your wedding at the time? Yeah. Now does it matter? Would you invite them now? Probably not.
Our relationship had deteriorated that much. And then I tried to respond, but instead, when I tried to respond, it didn't look like it was delivered. And then I realized I was blocked on Instagram and blocked on TikTok. So being engaged is a joy. I'm so excited about this whole process.
Okay, listen, I'm going to have to add a few things in here about myself and my point of view on this. I am a very, when it comes to stuff like this, blunt and to the point person, right? When you are watching this, I would have just got married, so this is a lot of pre-filming. However, let me tell you how I feel about the wedding day and the people coming. I have only invited close friends and family to the ceremony, and I mean just my close friends and family. I can count on both these hands. And into the evening, I've invited extended family and some friends. These are the people I would like to be there. Some of them I haven't spoken to for a long time, actually, but I know they're a good time and I want to spend that evening with them. Some people I haven't invited. Some people are coming who may get married in the future. I do not expect to be invited to theirs. At the same time, I do not care if somebody tells me right now, I cannot make it to your wedding. I'll be like, fine, you're good. We'll catch up soon. I'm a very, I want to say casual about this whole situation. I don't take it personally. It's going to be one of the best days and experiences of my life. Doesn't have to be theirs, you know, or involve them, and that's fine. Things happen. People can't make it. People can. It really does not bother me. I was going to say I'm really relaxed with it, which I am. You know, I don't see milestones like this as something to get myself worked up about. Those milestones are for me. And if you can't make it, fine. That's absolutely fine. Everyone else who I'm there with, great. So I just wanted to say that because I don't see this, and from the other side of it as well, like I said, I wouldn't expect to be invited to anyone's wedding. I wouldn't expect to be invited to a birthday. I wouldn't expect anything, right? From anyone. So I'm seeing it from this person's point of view. She has a limit to who she can invite. There's, you know, you can only invite a certain amount of people to certain places. You've known people better throughout these years. This is all fine. Oh, she's responding to a comment. Let me just make that bigger so I can actually read it. When you tell someone you don't value them and they aren't even in your top 200 of friends, that is your right. But blocking you would seem an obvious response. No, see, I think that's too much. Again, family, friends is very, let me tell you, it is very easy to get to 100 people. Just from two sides of the family, remember? If you have a big family this side, a big family this side, you're getting to 100 people, and you know family are going to be entitled. If you care what your parents think, if you care what your grandparents think, and they're like, well, you have to invite your cousin, someone's auntie's mum's dead parrot, then you have to be like, yeah, sure, I'll invite them, you know? So let's not think that 200 is a big number. It is a lot of people, but it can be an easy number to reach with close family, closer friends, colleagues at the time, because you're close to your colleagues a lot of the time than you are distant friends.
You to register how big my family is before you make really insensitive comments like this, where you're absolutely flaming me. Guys, I have at least 100 first cousins. I need you to register how big my family is before you make really insensitive comments like this, where you're absolutely flaming me. Like 200 people sounds like a lot to you. But when you have over 100 first cousins, your parents were both of one of at least 9. You're super close to so many of your family members.
And then they have brothers and sisters who have kids. You have cousins. Yeah, it's crazy.
You have siblings who also have families, and you have nieces and nephews to consider. 200 people doesn't get you very far. Plus, I have a fiance who is going to take close to half of that head count. So now I'm at closer to 100 or 110 people I get to invite. So I have to make hard decisions when it comes to a family that I am very, very close to, because my parents did a really good job of making sure that we were really close to a lot of our aunts and our uncles and our cousins, and we spent most of our time with them. And then on top of that, I have really, really good friends who have spent a lot of time nurturing our friendship over the last decade. So why wouldn't I choose them over somebody who has sent me memes and only memes since 2019?
Right.
Just some food for thought. But unless you have an enormous family that you're close to, and you're like somebody who takes the villager perspective very seriously, I don't feel like comments like this are like super fair.
Yeah, I agree.
So a lot of you are upset about my delivery and the fact that I told her what the head count was. So I'm going...
Oh, what's this now? Why everyone has too much? Everyone has too much to complain about. Honestly. So this comment says, Adelina, sorry, your reasoning is totally fair. You don't automatically owe her an invite just because you went to her wedding. Yeah, but your delivery could have been more kind. No, I don't think so. I would have just said, we're having a small wedding. And it goes on. Yeah, but then what if she sees pictures and stuff like that online? She's going to know it wasn't a tiny wedding.
So a lot of you are upset about my delivery and the fact that I told her what the head count was. So I'm going to just show you the text messages. Yeah, I did talk about the head count. I did tell her she was uninvited, but here are the exact messages.
Okay, so she says, and I hope you will give me some grace, but I will only be allowed to invite around 120 people at the wedding, to the wedding, and you know my family is huge. So I don't know that I'll be able to extend an invite to the wedding to you. I would absolutely do it if space wasn't going to be such a issue. And I really hope you don't take it as me not including you. I just really don't think I'll be able to include a lot of people that I thought I initially would have just because of space issues. If we were able to alleviate any of the space issues, I would absolutely reach out. Then they respond, so you're saying you aren't inviting any friends at all, just family? That would make me feel better, but it sort of seems like you would be inviting both, which is why I'm confused. Yeah, but maybe friends that she's spent more time with this year.
You can just read for yourself.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I'm inviting some friends, of course, but I had to limit that number significantly in order to accommodate the head count. I'm just saying most of the head count will be family, which is why I'm being forced to make hard decisions. I'm really not trying to upset you. I'm also not trying to be defensive. But last year, when you had that girls' trip with people from our old group and didn't invite me, come on, I didn't make it a thing because you also said space was restricted in an Airbnb and you couldn't invite anyone else. So I don't understand why this is different. Absolutely. It's very different. This is a wedding and not just a girls' trip. You need to be for real. That's okay though. I get to see your true colors now. Good luck with that. Nah, shut up. You're stupid. This is very different. It's not really different. Actually, it's different in a way that she is paying for all of this. I guess on your girls' trip, everyone paid their own part. This is a wedding. This couple is going to be paying for food, the drink. I know I watched a wedding thing recently. It's an American thing to have like an open bar, right? I think in the UK we just have a cash bar or you pay some drinks and everyone else pays for the rest. Decoration, a DJ, all this stuff they have to pay for, and you are having a little fit because you're not invited. It's crazy. So self-entitled.
Honestly, like I am taking the perspective that I felt like I tried to be as nice as I possibly could and indicate that I valued the friendship. I also brought up the fact that I did bring up the girls' trip that I wasn't invited to, because to me, if you go on a girls' trip with people that you know are mutuals and you don't invite me, then I'm going to assume our friendship really isn't that strong. Yeah. I know some of you were like, girls' trip, wedding, completely different things. Like, yeah, but doesn't that also tell me like where I fell in her book?
But then also it's different in a way that it doesn't cost her any money. Maybe she was organizing it, but I assume on a girls' trip, you don't pay for everyone. You all pay for your individual parts, like when you all go on vacation together. When you are asking and assuming you are being invited to someone's wedding, you are literally asking that person to spend hundreds on you. Do we get this? Is that making sense?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm being absolutely dragged by the internet right now, which is a unique experience for me, but I want to address a couple things. First and foremost, I recognize that my first video was very off-putting. I should have characterized that video.
I don't think it was. I'm sorry, I don't think it was.
Differently, presented that video differently, or not even posted
I think you're good.
That. Number two, the text messages that I posted. Some of you were like, I get it. Some of you were like, you definitely should have reworded XYZ. And I 100%
No, I think, sorry, I didn't even summarize those text messages. I think she was very, very careful in what she said. I think she was very nice. I think she even said, I don't want this to upset you and I don't want you to think I'm leaving it out. But and I don't want you to think I'm leaving you out. But can you see this position I'm in? We're limited with space. I have a huge family, you know?
There was a much better way for me to send those messages regardless of her response. Next, a lot of you are really hung up on the fact that she blocked me. Like you were like, she 100% should have blocked you. Why would you not be blocked? I never ever said she was wrong for that. Like some of you were really running with this idea that I was criticizing her decision when in reality I just said she blocked.
I think it was petty, if I'm honest. I think it's petty. You're blocking someone because they are refusing to spend, because you are blocking someone because you haven't been invited to their wedding. It's crazy. I always say this, the entitlement to be involved in someone's life who actually you don't really know that well because you haven't seen them for that long. Come on.
Me. And I did make a video about it, but she has since unblocked me. We are now talking. She knows I'm making this follow-up video, which is why I've waited, because she unblocked me a couple hours ago when she found these TikToks, watched me get dragged, and she was like, this is amazing. I'm actually loving this. And so she has given me grace, unblocked me, wanted to reach out, wanted to talk, and she's taken down the Instagram reel where she named and shamed me yesterday. Some of you might have saw it. But yesterday, before I posted my video, she posted a video where she actually like posted my name and my Instagram handle and said some stuff.
Oh shit.
So if you did see that,
that's terrible. I mean, okay, now who is the bad friend now? Come on, she did not even mention a name. Ooh.
Video, great. If you didn't,
but if you're watching this lady is not your friend. She is not your friend. You know what? You've gone this far without this relationship. Drop her. To put your name in an Instagram video, you're good. You got your family. You're fine.
that video, you're probably not going to at this point. I hope, unless someone screen recorded it, which is possible. And so we have kind of moved on. With that said, 200-person wedding is not that many people. If you are from a culture of Arab or South Asian, like you understand that 200 people is not a lot.
I'm nodding. I'm not from that culture, but I know people who are. I've also done makeup for a lot of brides from many different cultures. Some of the weddings are insane. The amount of people being there, insane. I would be shitting myself.
I'm super close to my family. So with my family alone, that is going to make up the majority of the half that I get out of that 200. My fiance also comes from a big family.
For sure.
So I'm maybe going to have 100 or 120 people tops. And then I do have some friends, but they are my best friends. They are not meme friends. They are my ride and dies. So they are my priority in inviting. And so for you guys to expect me to invite somebody who I have not had a relationship with, like have not seen in 7 years, is very unfair. Because there are venues that have capacity. Like you can only invite so many people. So I'm not going to uninvite or not bring or like invite somebody who is very, very, very close to me in order to invite somebody who is less close to me.
Yeah.
And finally, I don't think a lot of you would have made a different choice, but I think it is very easy to get on the internet with the information you have. I recognize I brought this to the internet. 100% recognize I brought it to the internet. But it's very easy for you to get on here and say, I would have done something differently, when in reality you would not have.
I completely agree. I really like this person. I think we have the same frame of mind. I think we're very like similar in the way we deliver things. It's not because she's a terrible person. It's because that is the facts. That is the matter of a fact. Again, I always feel like I'm missing something here. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot of empathy for people. But at the same time, I do think you still need to realize that sometimes emotions don't need to get in the way of things that can't be helped and things that are fact, right? I don't think she did anything wrong, but as always, let me know your opinions down below, because sometimes I read through your comments and I'm like, actually, you're right. I missed that because I'm seeing all this for the first time. I don't have much time to think about things, so I just talk. And that's the entertainment of it. But let me know your opinions down below. Thank you so much for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up. You don't have to invite anyone to your wedding. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.